We're going to step back and forth. So not big steps, just allow yourself to feel the pressure between the heels, the outside blades, the balls of the big toes, and then just to come and stay standing. So lower the gaze downwards or close your eyes and just move that weight around the feet. So heels, outside blades, ball of big toes, just circulating back and forth. And then we're going to draw up through the arches of the feet. So find some stillness, pull up through the arches, the calves of the thighs, all the way through to the crown of the head. So slight lift to the chest, shoulders working back, and just come back to that breath. So slow breath through nose or mouth. Just watching the chest lift, and as you breathe out, let all of the breath go. Just a few more breaths like this. We really want to slow the inhale down. Allow it to lift the chest. And then slow the exhale down a little longer. Breathing in, just allowing that chest to lift. Allow yourself to find a little space in between the front ribs and the back ribs. And then as you breathe out, just watch that body return back to normal. As you draw the next inhale in, we're going to pull the elbows up and release the fingers just to the back of the head. Now we're going to think about the shoulder blades coming back together. So it's not a press on the head. The hands are very soft on the head. But we're just drawing those shoulder blades back. So pull the hips up to ribs and tuck the belly button into the back of the spine. You might like to lift the toes, just feeling the weight press into the back of the heels. So drawing those shoulder blades together. Come back to breath. You can lower the gaze or close your eyes, but just feel the energy that we're circulating around the back of those shoulders, even through the chest, even through the belly as you tighten up those hips to ribs, belly pulling in. Nice deep inhale. As you breathe out, I want you to bend the knees, roll the spine, let the elbows come down, and just allow yourself to curl over. So it's as if you're folding over a beach ball, and just stay here. Slow breath in through nose or mouth. Slow breath out. Inhale, we're going to zip up through those legs. Roll yourself back up, pull the shoulder blades back. Energize again, belly pulling in. And just allow those shoulder blades to join back. Elbows pulling back. Slow your breath. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're just going to allow yourself to fold over once again. Holding here. Rounding through those spines, pressing back against the shoulders. This time we're going to work with the flow of breath. So inhale draws you up. Take a pause as you squeeze those shoulders back. And as you breathe out, just allow yourself to roll downwards. So it's like a standing cat-cow. Pause with the breath out. Inhale, roll it up. Draw the shoulders back. Take a pause. Exhale. Just allow yourself to roll. Stay. Inhale, roll up. We're going to press ourselves over to one side. So it doesn't matter what side. Just draw those shoulders back and pull the back elbow behind. Slow breath. And then as you breathe out, allow yourself to roll downwards to one side. So bend the knees, really rounding through the spine. Let the forehead come down and the elbows come down. Inhale. We're going to roll ourselves back up to center. And as you breathe out, a roll back down to center. Inhale, roll it up, press it over to the other side. Work the elbow behind. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up to center. Exhale, roll down to center. The other side's one more time. Inhale, up. Over to one side, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, roll up to center. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, roll up to the other side. Exhale, rolling down. Roll it back. Inhale, release up. This time we're going to let the hands go. Draw the shoulder blades down. Link the fingers and pull them down past the bottom. So slight bend of the knees. Lift up through the pelvis, the belly and the chest. And the chin releasing up a little. Now as we breathe out, bend through the knees. Lift the sit bones up. We're letting that top half of the body come down, but we're letting those hands fold over to our head. So just staying here for a moment. You might like to bend through one knee. Might just energize those legs a little more. Just feeling those shoulders be nice and heavy, the weight of those hands taking the top half of the body down. Slow breath. Inhale, let the hands come down, zip up through those arches of the feet and just find like a nice, soft, seated squat. So we let the hips come down a little. We pull up through pelvis, belly, chest. The hands are coming out in front. So drop the shoulders away from the ears and we find our awkward chair or awkward seat. Transfer the weight back into the heels and breathe, holding here. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, let the hands drop, link them behind the bottom again. And as you breathe out, forward fold once again and let those hands drop downwards. Feel the length through the back of the legs. Inhale, hands come down, zip up through the arches, find your squat or your awkward pose, and as you breathe out, let it sink. Inhale, hands come down, link them behind, let yourself forward fold over. Breathing again, just flowing through, zip it up, find your awkward pose. Exhale, just allow those hands to come down this time, lengthen through the back of the legs and find your forward fold. We'll do half lift, so hands to shins, bend the knees, nice flat back. Breathing out, let yourself come down and then we're going to press to roll up. So draw yourself up, hands come nice and wide, breathing in, hands at prayer. And as you breathe out, lay yourself to fold and roll back down. So bending the knees, placing the hands down onto the mat. We're going to step one foot back and the other. So shoulders come over wrists, fingers nice and spread. Let's find our plank. So whether you want full plank or half plank with the knees down is totally up to you. I'm going to take half plank to begin with so I can work into full plank a little later on. Breathing in, press into palms. Exhale, bend the elbows back towards you. Come all the way down, press into the palms. It's going to really work those triceps. Untuck the toes. Inhale, tailbone moves back. And as you breathe out, pull up through belly and chest and come back down. Inhale, we're going to press through hands, knees, tuck toes, lift the sit bones and walk it out. Find your down dog. So fingers nice and spread, pressing back away from those hands, allowing the sit bones to lift and just walk it out one side and then the other. Inhale, draw the heels up, sit bones up, look to the front and walk those feet up to your hands. Find your forward fold once again. Hands to shins, bend the knees, half lift. Exhale, take it down, press, and then let's roll all the way up. Hands nice and wide, breathing in, hands at prayer, and fold down, breathing out. Inhale, press into the feet, bend the knees, place the hands down, step the right foot back. So slide those toes back, back knee comes down, untuck the toes, inhale. We're going to lift up And we're just going to come down a little. So we're not coming fully down at the moment. I just want you to feel that you're nice at right angles with that front leg and pressing back into the spine. We're going to really open up through those hip flexors. So hands can come just in front to the thigh and breathe. Slow breath in, and as you breathe out, let the shoulders come down. Inhale, lift up. We're going to let the hands come forward this time and sink a little lower. So you might want to create a little space by pressing up the back foot and letting that back thigh come down. Just watch your front knee, watch it track over second and third toe. So maybe pull it in a little, don't let it hang out. And just breathe. Breathing in, we're going to tuck up the back toes, lift it up, but we're going to walk ourselves to the long edge of the mat. So we turn the back foot on a 45-degree angle, front foot faces towards the front of the mat. Breathing in, and we're going to lift ourselves up and find warrior two. So open the arms, let the shoulders drop, and find length from fingertip to fingertip so that the hips are facing the long edge of the mat, but your drishti point or your focus is to the front finger. Now breathing in, we're going to lift those hands up nice and high, lengthen to the crown of the head. As you breathe out, bend through the front knee. So we're not bending forward, we actually want to take ourselves back and bend through the front knee. And breathe, just let yourself soften into that. Inhale, lift it up, and as you breathe out, sink it down. Just finding that length. Again, inhale up, exhale down, and hold. So really feel like you're engaging between those feet. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and breathe. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Now inhale, the back hand comes down and slides down the leg, and as you breathe out, let's take that top arm over the top of your head. So really press into the front side of the ribs. You can look forward, you can look down, but just allow yourself to keep bending through that front knee and breathe and hold. Inhale, we're going to take ourselves over to the front leg. So hips move back, back hand opens up and hold again. So don't overload too much on that front knee, but just breathe, lengthening through the back rib cages. Inhale, knee stays bent, let yourself come back, back hand slides down, open up through the front, and then we're going to take that back hand and place it behind to our sacrum. So you can either leave that top arm in front, or we can bring it behind and open up through the chest, bending through the front knee, whatever you'd like to do. Slow breath. Let's zip it back up. We're going to find warrior two, lengthen out through those hands and come back down. So we're going to do that again, a little more flow this time. Inhale, right hand comes back. Exhale, open up through the front, looking behind or in front of you. Inhale, switch it over. Front elbow, front thigh. Exhale, open up through the back. Inhale, let's flow it back around. Back hand slides down, either staying here or working one arm behind, or bringing the top arm behind. Just breathe. Let yourself come back up. Find warrior two and stay. We should be feeling really energized through those legs now. So we're going to let our hands come down. We're going to flip that front foot and tuck in as well. So now we're pigeon-toed. So bend the knees, let yourself soften into this. So we're going to let the sit bones lift, let the top half of the body come down. So just bending one knee and then the other. Just breathe. Bending through the knees, lift up, walk your hands to the back foot. And as you breathe out, just forward fold over that back foot, lifting up through the sit bones. Still have a slight bend of the knees. The hands can come down to the shins, the ankle or the feet, wherever you like. Inhale, bend the knees, lift it up. Half lift. As you breathe out, forward fold over. Inhale, bend through the knees, lift it up, and as you breathe out, walk it over to the front foot. Slow breath out. Inhale, lift, come back up to center. We're going to open up through that back foot, and then we're going to find our lunge. So coming all the way down, back knee comes down, untuck the toes, press back into the spine, lift up, and again, not coming too low to begin with. We want to lengthen out through that front hip flexor. So let the hands come gentle to the thigh, let the shoulders come away from the ears, and return to your breath. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, lift up, exhale. I'm going to take it down a little lower. So remember, we can always press that back thigh, lifting up a little and pressing it back. Slow breath. And hold. Breathing in, we're going to pick up that back knee. We're going to turn around on those feet again and find our wide-legged forward fold. But this time I want the toes out. So the heels pointing in. Lift the sit bones, bend the knees, let yourself forward fold over in this. So let the hands come to either feet if you can do that, or you can place the fingertips in the middle. But if you're able to challenge your balance a little, let the hands come back to the ankles, bend the knees, lift up through the sit bones, and as you breathe out, just allowing yourself to forward fold in this. If you're able to manage it, you can always bring those elbows down underneath the shoulders. I can't quite get there yet, but it's always in my working dream that one day I'll be able to work towards that, where my elbows come down directly underneath my shoulders and work towards a headstand. So just slow breath, you're lifting up through the sit bones, tucking belly in, letting that top half of the body hang down. Just breathe. Inhale, bend the knees, lift it up. The front foot is going to turn and the back foot is going to turn. We're going to work our warrior two on the other side. So breathing in, just allow the hands to come out nice and wide, and as you breathe out, just fold or bend through that back toe. Slow breath. Inhale, lift up all the way through to the crown of the head. Exhale. Remember to press it back rather than overloading on that front knee. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, draw up through those feet. Lengthen through the hands and breathe out. And hold. Inhale. We're going to move slower on the first one. Breathe out, open up. Hold, bending through that knee. Inhale, elbow, return to thigh. As you breathe out, take it over to the other side. So opening up through those front ribs. Slow breath. Inhale, let's take it behind. Exhale and hold. So we can work through by placing that hand behind the sacrum and joining the other hand if you like. Whatever just feels right for you and your own body today. Slow breath. Inhale, draw it up. Let's move through that again, warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, down and hold. Inhale, back arm comes down. Exhale, open it up. Inhale, move. And let all of the breath go as you breathe out. Inhale, energize up. Exhale, sink a little lower. Move the hand behind. Top hand behind if you like, or leave it where it is. Slow breath. Release it up, warrior two. And sink. Nice and energized through those legs. Let's just lift it up. Let's just let that come out a little. Sinking again. And hold. And then I'm going to let those hands come down. We're going to turn that back foot in again. So pitch and toed again. Let yourself come down, bend the knees to do this so that we don't put too much pressure on the back. But you're letting those crown of the heads come down. And bend through one knee and then the other. So now just heel and toe the feet in a little. We're going to come down into a squat, but we want it to be a little wider than what you might do normally. So toes pointing out, heels a little wider than shoulder width, and just bend the knees, not coming all the way down, so it's kind of like a squat. So poke the bottom side to side. So just wind through that and breathe. And then we're going to come all the way down to the back foot. So snug that elbow into the thigh, lengthen out through the front leg, press it back and draw the elbow and the fingertips up to the ceiling. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, let's take it all the way over, bend the knees, keep the squat low, tuck the elbow in and draw up to the other side. Let's do that a few more times. Keep the squat low. Challenge yourself by picking up the hands. Transfer it back over, trying to keep it moving. Slow breath out. Make that hand go a little wider behind. Challenge. Lots of leg work today. Let's pick it up and open it up. Come back down. Wind it over. Poke the bottom down. We're going to go one more each side in your own time. Return to center. So let's keep going with our squat, just side to side. You can bring it in a little if you'd like to challenge yourself a little more. And then bend the knees, zip it up, hips to ribs, lift those shoulders up, hands at prayer, and just allow yourself to come back down. So squeezing through those inner thighs and calves, breathing in. I'm going to press the fingers forward. Let's link the fingers and breathe out and hold. Inhale, press those hands up. Exhale, let the hands come wide. Inhale, lift it up, keep the squat as low as you can. Breathe out, return the hands to prayer. Press the hands out, link the fingers. Inhale, let them come down. Let the squat come down a little lower. And then allow yourself to come all the way up. Breathing in, extend those hands up. And as you breathe out, hands behind the head, press back into those shoulder blades just like we did earlier. So like a nice big starfish, light, hands behind the head, tummy pulled in, and really just energize through those heels. So feel as though you're squeezing through those calves, thighs, hips up to ribs, belly pulled in, nice and strong. And as you breathe out, we're going to soften. Let the legs go. Let yourself fold down. So round through the spine. Just let those elbows come down. It might challenge your balance a little, especially if you've got sore legs. Inhale. Let's pull it up. Widen up. Let's send those fingers nice and wide like starfishes. Let all the breath go. Inhale. Return them back behind the head. Exhale, bend the knees. Let yourself roll over once again. Let the hands come down this time. Lengthen through the back of the legs. Let the head come down. Breathe. Inhale, bend the knees. Let's lift it up. Draw it back up. And as you breathe out, just allow yourself to hold here. Just feeling the energy through those legs, working its way up through your midsection And even give the fingers a little wiggle, as if you can imagine that energy coming all the way from the balls of your feet, through the arches, through your calves and thighs, and releasing it out through the fingers. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Let yourself fold down, come all the way down, and then we're just going to move ourselves around to the front edge of the mat. Bring your feet together. You're going to bend the knees, plant the hands, step both feet back. So find your plank. So this time I'm coming into full plank. So heels extend back, belly pulls in, and chest nice and open. So lift the hips, bend the elbows back behind, fingers nice and spread, and breathe and hold. So if you want half plank, that's quite okay as well. Put the knees down and tuck the toes. So whether you're half plank, full plank, it's okay. Inhale. We're going to press into the palms, turn the feet over to the left. We're going to open up through the right elbow and fingertips and breathe. Inhale, bend the knees, hands going to travel down. Exhale, zip it back up, lift the hips, let that hand flow past the head. Inhale, come down. Exhale, sweep it up. So the hips lift and that hand just flows past. Inhale. Doesn't really matter about the inhales and the exhales. It's just important to keep breathing. I'm going to do this a couple more times. Working out our side core strength as well. One more. And hold and breathe. So release those fingertips up to the ceiling. Then take the right hand down, take it over to plank. Let the knees come down and tuck the toes. Let's come all the way down to the mat. And we're just going to fold the hands underneath the head. Head rest to the side, close your eyes, wriggle through the bottom. So just allow yourself to soften here, just allow yourself to feel nice and heavy. Just taking a pause. We're going to place hands underneath the shoulders. So press the pelvis into the ground. Let's make that tailbone nice and long and lift up belly and chest. Find your cobra and just hold here. Breathe, snug the elbows back, open through the chest. Come all the way down. Press into hands, knees, tuck toes. And then we're going to place shoulders over wrists and we're going to find our plank again. So hips lift, extend heels back, half plank or full plank, whatever you took on the other side. Inhale, bend the knees, let's take it over. Lift it up, hold, lifting the hips up, draw the shoulder blades back towards each other. Inhale, let's bend the knees, swoop the hands back. Exhale, let's lift it up and over. Inhale, just working that a few times. Working on our strength, side bodies, wrists even. Just breathe. And then hold. Flip the left hand back. Let's come all the way down to cobra again. Come all the way down. This time, place the opposite hand on top. See if you can work out what feels more natural or unnatural. Turn the head to the other side. Wriggle the bottom, just let those glutes go. Okay, let's place hand underneath shoulders. And we're just going to simply lift up, big toes together, knees a little wide. Set the hips back. Let's find child's pose. So it's going to be a resting pose. So you're welcome to place the hands behind at the feet, or you can lengthen them out in front, or you can even make them a little wider to open up through those shoulders. But just allow yourself as you come down to sway side to side. So bottom comes down over feet, and let the forehead come down and make that connection down to the ground. Close your eyes and just feel your breath. So Feel that when you breathe in, that the space that you're creating inside grows. Whether that be through the chest, the belly, the hips, or even the tightness in your thighs. And as you breathe out, just let it all go. Just allow that body to be heavy and soft. Slowly breathing out. Okay, very gently release off to lift, walk yourself back, lift up to the crown of the head, and then we're just going to find a nice seated position. So comfy seat, whatever that means for you, legs out in front or tucked in. Pressing those sit bones down, pressing back in through to the crown of the head, and close your eyes, hands lightly resting on your thighs or cupped in your lap. Slow breath. Let all of the breath go. Just finding that energy within. Let it release through your nose or your mouth. Or maybe even feeling it release through the crown of your head, through that length. We're very gently going to take the hands to prayer. Back of the thumbs up to the chest, the heart center, heart chakra. We did lots of opening through the heart chakra today. So just feel that movement, that space. And then release the back of the thumbs and the first finger up to the forehead as you bow your head. Repeat after me, namaste. So thank you for joining me today. As I suggested, the perfect way to finish this class would be to follow through with one of my yin classes that I've posed. So I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you.